Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I welcome all of you to His Holiness Candramauli Swami daily class. Thank you all for joining. Welcome, Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj, if hopefully we are going to continue on Srimad Bhagavatam, verse from Canto 1, Dhritarashtra quits home. chapter 13, verse 26.
Yeah, continue in that way.
Yeah.
You hear me? This speaker that I have that is connected to the computer.
Yes, Maharaj, I can hear you, but I think voice is breaking. I don't know, last bit I could not hear.
It's breaking?
It's okay now. It's okay now. For now. It's okay.
Well, if it breaks again, let me know.
Sure, Maharaj, sure.
Because this external computer is it's a speaker, but it's been going intermittently for the last couple of times.
Yeah, it's fine for now. Over to you, Maharaj. Thank you.
Okay. Gata swartam imam deham virakto mukta bandhanaha avigyatam gatir jayat savaidira udaritaha. He is called undisturbed, who goes to an unknown remote place and free from all obligation, quits his material body when it becomes useless. Let's see, okay. Purport. Narottam Das Thakur, great devotee and acharya of the Gaudiya Vaishnava sect, has sung, "My Lord, I have simply wasted my life. Having attained the human body, I have neglected to worship your lordship, therefore I have willingly drunk poison." In other words, the human body is especially meant for cultivating knowledge of devotional service to the Lord, without which life becomes full of anxieties and miserable conditions. Therefore, one who has spoiled his life with such cultural activities is advised to leave home without knowledge of friends and relatives, and being thus freed from all obligations of family, society, country, etc., give up the body at some unknown destination so that others may not know where and how he has met his death. Dhira means one who is not disturbed, even when there is sufficient provocation. One cannot give up a comfortable family life due to his affectionate relations with wife and children. Self-realization is obstructed by such undue affection for family. And if anyone is at all able to forget such a relationship, he is called undisturbed or dhira. This is, however, the path of renunciation based on a frustrated life, but stabilization of such renunciation is possible only by association with bona fide saints, self-realized souls, by which one can engage in loving devotional service of the Lord. Since surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord is possible by awakening the transcendental sense of service, this is made possible by association with pure devotees of the Lord. Dhritarashtra was lucky enough to have a brother whose very association was a source of liberation for this frustrated life. Om Gyan Timirandasya Gyanajana Salakaya Chaksun Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimakti Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesa Sunyavari Pastyatire Satarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhischa Kripa Sindhupa Evacha Patita Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Maharaj. It was just for a few seconds, fractions of seconds. It disappeared, but now it's okay.
Can the sound keep, this is this speaker here, I'm not sure. It jumps from Bluetooth to speaker, I think. Okay, so here. Well, one of the essential qualities that is needed for devotional service is mentioned here. It's dhira, undisturbed. Obviously, when it comes to retiring from all material activities, sometimes attachments are still there. Attachment to family, attachment to position, attachment to friends. So we have so many attachments, but the human form of life should not be compromised. One has attachments. Therefore, it says that when one reaches a certain elderly age, we say 50 years old, and one should retire from the family. But in a more practical sense, we see that the principle is that when when one's family responsibilities are finished, in other words, if there's children, one has to make sure that the children are on their way in their own life and they have no more dependence on the parents. But you see, especially in the Indian families, everybody likes to continue the family program to the end of life, and the parents, and then the children have their parents, and their parents have grandchildren, and they all together, and it's a big party all the way till you can't walk or see anymore, which is not really suitable or what we say favorable for self-realization. Therefore, one has to retire timely. As the name of the chapter, well, not this chapter, but there's a chapter coming up, chapter 15, the Pandavas retire timely. That you don't wait till you can't do anything, just like you see in Western societies, the persons will have a political position, and the only way they leave their political position is if they die. Rather than to, prepare someone else for that position, and at a certain time they leave that position in full absorption in spiritual practice. That is the success of one's life. And one has to become dhira. Here gives a very interesting, said that due to the attachment, this is more like with a materialistic person, one who lives in a material life, one has to leave everything and go to an unknown destination so that nobody knows where they are. It's also beneficial for all aspects or all categories of life, because you're surrounded by relatives and friends and you're dying. How will you break those attachments? People are crying, don't want you to leave. You're still making plans to somehow or other keep the family activities going. It becomes quite pitiable when you see the person who was actually ready to leave their body still is hanging on to, and even if they want to get free from it, the people around them will not allow that. So this is a nice principle here, that one should retire to a place where there is no one around, holy place, and just focus one's attention fully on the lotus feet of the Lord, and then ultimately reach the perfection of life. Taktva deham purna janmani naitim mameti sorjuna, one goes back to Godhead. So material attachments go very deep, especially family attachments. They are the deepest in the material world. We've mentioned in the last few days many stories, both contemporary and in the scriptures, of how people, still hang on to the very fag end of life, to family relationships and all of the duties that come with that. But when you're going on a destination, you have to focus your mind on where you're going and how to get there. And where you're going depends on how you're focusing. If we're still hanging on to this material world, even when we're leaving the body, then we are guaranteed another material body and another life with another set of friends, family members, country, society, the whole thing, the whole package is manifested again. Or if we live in a very sinful life, or a life of passion and ignorance, then our family members will have 4 legs or maybe have wings, and don't have. So human life is that junction where one can go higher to the spiritual world or back down into the material world again. Sometimes people think, or mistakenly think that, well, once we reach human form of life, we're guaranteed to go up. That's true when you're in lower species of life, because you're under the influence of the material energy, and your activities are simply governed by material energy, and you have no free will. And your free will is made based on how you eat, sleep, and mate and defend, and that's all in that species of life. But when you come to human form of life, then there's higher intelligence, or discriminating intelligence, and that discrimination factor is the principle by which one can choose to move to a higher realm of existence. And ultimately, the soul wants to achieve perfection. And so therefore we say that life actually is a preparation for death. It sounds a little narrow, that we live life so we can prepare for death. And that is actually a fact, because that death is the doorway to eternal life, where life actually begins. Because life in the material world is not real life itself. It's simply trying to maintain oneself amongst all of the challenges that come by way of material energy. And the body we have is always giving us trouble. No matter how good a body you have, it still will give you trouble at some point. So the point is that, and this is what is being mentioned here, one has to learn this principle of becoming dhira. And that's something that one has to practice. Dhira means happiness comes, very nice. Distress comes, very nice. These things will come and go, as Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Marta Sparshas Tukunteya, Sitnosna Sukadukada, Agapayino Nityas Tam Sitiksuva Bharata. The non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress, and their disappearance in due course of time, are like the winter and summer seasons. They rise from sense them without becoming disturbed. So we live in this world, and then there's summer. The weather is warm now, so we compensate for the excess heat by having air conditions or fans. We like to go to the beach and express our freedom by doing many things in the outdoors. And then when the winter time comes, the weather's cold, and we're more inclined to the indoors. And then the heating bills come, and we have to make all arrangements to stay warm, break out the winter clothes, and so we're always trying to counteract or facilitate our existence according to the changing seasons. So we do that. And we accept that because this is normal. So here it also says that the changing of the seasons is similar to the happiness and distress that we achieve in this material world. Something comes and we feel happy. Something else comes and we feel unhappy. Something goes and we feel unhappy. Something goes and we feel happy. So our happiness and distress is conditional in this world based on what is happening to us in the external arena. But one who is undisturbed by these is
Hare Krishna Maharaj, sorry we lost your voice, Maharaj.
there is a story
Hare Krishna.
He's living in a village, simple village in China. And he doesn't have much. He has a son, one son, and he has one horse. That's practically all his possessions. So one day the horse runs away. And his neighbors say, "Oh, bad luck, bad luck." And he says, "Good luck, bad luck, who knows?" And then the horse, after 1 month, comes back and has many horses with him. So now he has many horses, and now he's much more wealthier. And everyone says, "Oh, good luck, good luck." And then he says, "Good luck, bad luck, who knows?" And then his son gets on one of the horses, is riding, falls off and breaks his leg. And everyone says, "Oh, bad luck, bad luck." The man responds, "Good luck, bad luck, who knows?" And then a little while later, the country gets involved with war, and they're conscripting the young men into the service. They come to his little village, they come to his home, and they see he has a young son, but the boy has a broken leg, so he's not fit for military service. So they pass by. Everyone says, "Oh, bad, good luck, bad luck, who knows?" So the things in this world, they do come and go, and we categorize them as good and bad, but actually there is no such thing as good and bad in this world because everything is relative. So in one sense, the material world is considered to be a place that is an unfortunate place because it's designed to us or divert us away from Krishna. But one who is not disturbed by happiness and distress, therefore one should not work hard in this world for material things. One should do
Hare Krishna Maharaj, sorry, voice is breaking, Maharaj, on and off.
we don't make big plans to enjoy in this world, then becoming Dhira is easier or easy. Because if we're always making plans to gain, to get more, then when it doesn't happen, yeah, we feel unhappy, or we say, "I wasted so much time and now I didn't get what I wanted. So, and somehow depend on Krishna for whatever happens. But depending on Krishna is the success. Therefore, a devotee can be freed from the duality that come by way of interaction with him, simply by fixing their mind on Krishna. Because by fixing their mind on Krishna, then whatever happens ultimately is arranged by Krishna for the benefit of the devotee. Us, because even though we may gain something, we are taken away from our real goal in life, Krishna consciousness. So this quality of Dhira is very beneficial. One particular song that's sung by Srinivasacharya in glorification of the six Goswamis of Vrindavan, he said, Dhira, Dhira.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, sorry, we lost your voice now. Can't hear. Sorry, Maharaj.
Dhira means the sober. The undhira means those
Hare Krishna Maharaj, sorry, can't hear you, Maharaj. Its voice is breaking on and off.
Prabhu, when Maharaj is frozen, he can't hear you telling him that.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, can hear you now, Maharaj, but your voice was breaking in between. So
How about now?
it's better now. Yeah.
Okay, it's this thing. It keeps jumping around here. I don't know. I was told there's a way to stabilize this unit.
Again, voice gone, Maharaj. Sorry.
Okay, so we can stop here because this is a very interesting how to become unaffected by the changes in this world. You might say, well, how do I get anything done? I have to try for something. Yes, try for something, but don't attach to the results. Krishna says, Karna Vyadikadaste ma phalechu padachana ma karma phalaha torbur na te sangosa karmini. You have a right to perform your duty, but you're not entitled to the results of activity. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities and never be unattached to doing your duty. So you have to do your duty, but the results you shouldn't worry about. But how can I work without trying for results? Yes, try for results, but realize it's not within your hands. If they come, fine. If they don't come, fine. That's Krishna consciousness. Because in Krishna consciousness, by when you serve the Lord, that is the perfection. It's not based on the results. It's based on your consciousness and trying to serve the Lord in devotion. That is the perfection of one's spiritual activities. Material activities, they have to get results. Otherwise, what's the purpose of doing anything? Just like if you tell a person, you can go to work, but you won't get paid. You just enjoy your work. I need to get money. I have to maintain my family. I have to have so many things that I need. They can't do that. It doesn't make sense to them. They think it's ludicrous. But a devotee is happy with the service, because if the service is pleasing to the Lord, the results, what matters is that the Lord is pleased. And the Lord is not necessarily pleased by results. He's pleased by the desire to serve, by the desire to work in such a way to try to offer your love, your bhakti, your devotion to Krishna through various activities. As what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, whatever you do it for me. But the materialistic person is always trying to get results, and therefore they're never happy. Devotees can be happy simply by the activities in devotional service. So this fruit of mentality
Sorry, Maharaj, we lost you again.
there's a desired goal, either short term or long term. Either way, both are desired goals. But I'm working so I can get money. I'm not working so just because I want to work. Even if I like my work, still I need to get the money. That's the goal of my work. So therefore I should work in such a way that the activities are pleasing to the Lord and not so much the results. So that's why the verse in the Bhagavad Gita says, what is night for the conditioned soul is the time of awakening for the self-realized soul. What is night for the self-realized soul is the time of awakening for the conditioned souls. So material and spiritual, in the principle of activity, although the activities may be the same, the whole consciousness. When the lockdown came during the epidemic, people were freaking out. Wow, you can't go to work, you can't send the kids to school, can't do this, can't do that. But the devotees were thinking, hey, more time to read, more time to chant. Been traveling a lot, little rest. This is really good. Time to, do other things that. So the devotees actually were generally all in a positive activity during that lockdown. Mostly. Of course, some of us were feeling like, well, it's nice for a year or two, but after that, let's get back out and preach again. But how two people see the same thing is the difference between me-centered or thee-centered. We keep Krishna in the center, then everything is auspicious, even though it may not. Prabhupada was there one time and he was getting prasadam cooked for him. And one girl, Prabhupada always liked his chapatis nice and hot right off the fire. And Prabhupada was taking prasadam in a different place. So the girl was cooking in the kitchen and somebody was running the chapati.
Maharaj, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, Maharaj, we lost you again. Sorry.
Where did it leave off at?
Where somebody was running up and down. One girl was making chapatis and somebody was running up and down. We lost you there.
And then the chapatis were coming to Prabhupada and they were burnt. But Prabhupada was still eating the chapati because she was cooking with so much devotion. She was really trying to please Prabhupada, although the results weren't what we say nice by material standards. Still, Prabhupada accepted it because he was accepting her bhakti. So yeah, it doesn't mean you burn the chapatis and Prabhupada will say it's okay. It's not like that. It was her consciousness that was pleasing to Krishna, to Prabhupada, and not so much the results. Okay, any questions or comments?
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you very much. I think lots of important points you have mentioned today. Hare Krishna, dear devotee, although before I say, I can see 2 hands raised, but still I will just complete my announcement for others devotee benefit. So if you have any questions, comments or relations, please do raise your hands, or you can type in chat window if you would like me to read your questions. I know as of now, I have 2 hands raised and also 1 question in chat window. So Sridevi Mataji, please go ahead, and also request devotee, if you can please switch on your videos. Thank you.
Thank you, Vrindavana. Please accept my humble obeisances, Maharaj. All glories to Prabhupada. Maharaj, exactly on this point of doing things for Krishna and not being attached to the result, it's very, what to say, difficult to understand whether we are doing things in the nice mood or we are doing things out of a mode of passion and trying to achieve something for Prabhupada, for Krishna, like that. Is that, how do we distinguish that we are doing things nicely? Because we have to work hard for Krishna also, not be passive. So if we are using our energies to do something, to make something happen, is that a mode of passion?
Krishna told Arjuna, hey, you got to fight. Fight for the sake of fighting. But don't consider happiness and distress, honor and dishonor, loss or gain. Fight for me. So we have to act in such a way as that we are where we want to get a particular result, so we can offer that result to Krishna. But bhakti,
Guru Maharaj, you're freezing again.
he doesn't need anything. He doesn't need even anything. He doesn't even need us. But he wants to inspire his devotees to serve and serve nicely. And the spiritual master is always thinking, hey, if you're going to serve Krishna, do it really nicely. Don't just be haphazard or inattentive or lackadaisical. Give your full attention.
So whatever we are doing, as long as we are keeping that goal that I'm doing this in order to please the Vaishnavas, to please my Gurudev, to please Srila Prabhupada, to please Krishna, as long as we're keeping that focus, then whatever activities we are doing, regardless of the result, it is pleasing to Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Gurudev.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Namta Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. I don't have a question though, but from the last concluding point that you made about the girl, although she burned the chapatis, Prabhupada accepted it. That reminds me of Sanatan Goswami pastimes, where Sanatan Goswami used to, when he had the Madan Gopal deities, he was still a mendicant, and Madan Mohan deities accepted to be with, stay with him. So he used to put the batis in the fire, and the batis used to burn when he start chanting the round, but still the deities accepted the bhoga. So that was reminded, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, Sanatana Goswami's deity was living in a tree. He put him in a tree, and he used to give him dry chapatis every day. And so then the deity said to him, you know, what about a little salt? And he said, now you're asking for salt now.
Your screen is frozen. Sorry, Maharaj.
With Krishna.
Sorry, Maharaj, we lost you after salt. Like when you said that
Yeah.
you're asking today salt.
Yeah, don't try. He said that after salt, then you want something else. You want a house or something. So yeah, so Sanatan had that relationship with him, but you can't imitate that particular level of bhakti.
Yes, Guru Maharaj, but that was really sweet pastime to read even. Thank you very much.
Haribo.
Well,
Thanks, Mataji. Maharaj, there is one question from Ilenia Mataji. I'll just read it out. She's saying, I think it is very difficult to develop this kind of detachment. One of the methods to achieve this detachment without becoming cold or deranged is association with pure devotee. Is written in this verse. I think pure devotees help us by their examples and words to harmonize and especially to realize ourselves according to the order of dharma and varnashram dharma. I think it's not more of a question, it's more of a statement, Ilenia Mataji, if I'm not wrong.
That's true. It's very difficult, but it's possible if you practice, and at the same time, if you associate with people who have that mood. Association will inspire you in that same way, because you won't think it's something wrong. You'll think it's, whatever result I get, I can offer to Krishna. But we should try for the best result. That's foundational. It's not that we should not try for the best result, but when you're in association with devotees who are fixed in Krishna consciousness, then the inspiration to work in that way becomes natural. We all try for the best results.
Hare Krishna, please accept my obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you, Guru Deva.
Fire the devotees in the subject, so they get some realization of the. But we can't make the results happen. That's the point. You can't make the results happen.
So Ilenia Mataji, maybe you can repeat, please. Probably Maharaj could not hear earlier.
Yeah.
Looks like we lost everybody here. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Maharaj, we all are here, but looks that when you are speaking, you are not able to hear any of us, especially when your screen is freezing or your voice is breaking.
And sometimes when it doesn't come out, you think, oh, you should feel like that. That's good. Oh, I could have did better if I paid more attention. I could have did better if I understood how to do it better. If I did a little research ahead of time, maybe I could have learned more before I started the project. And so devotee always wants to do better. And that's also an element of bhakti. Because when you're trying to offer something to someone you're trying to develop love for, you want it to be the best offering possible. That's natural. but you don't have the power to make the results. All you have to do within your power is the endeavor. That's all. Try your best. Depend on His mercy.
Does it help,
I
Eleni Mataji? Yeah, please go ahead.
I have a question. In Rig Veda, there are a verse of Rig Veda speaking to Aurore. Explain me this verse.
Speaking to what?
Aurore.
No capisce.
Okay. Aurore, this verse of Rig Veda speaking to the spiritual entity called Aurore. This entity give a spiritual gift to the people, to the spiritual people, chanting, dancing, and pray. But the other people don't receive this gift.
So, what is the problem?
No, it's not a problem, but you explain me better this point. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, it's just an example. You're using this as an example. Yeah, and this person wants to give spirit.
Sorry, Maharaj, we lost you again.
Just because you can't understand my answers doesn't mean I quit. Like, some of you, I have to tell you the answer 64 different ways before you even begin to understand it. But I still try anyway, because maybe someday you'll get it. So we have to trust, Avadasta. So we try to explain things in so many different ways. That's Shastra. That's why Prabhupada said I put everything in the first canto.
Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Sridevi Mataji, you have further question?
Yes, please. Guru Maharaj, my humble obeisances again, and maybe you have explained this 64,000 times, but please explain it one more time to me. I'm so sorry for being so dense. But in any endeavor, I want to know what are the different stages? Is there some way for me to understand? Is creating awareness the first phase, team building the second phase, actionable points the third phase? How do we go about doing something pleasing for Guru and Krishna that will be beneficial to the Vaishnavas? Is there a nice...
I just gave you the formula called Isha. First is your intention. Second is your sincerity. Third is your attention. What is your intention for doing the activities? Then once you understand your intention, then you can give it all you have. That's called sincerity. You try your best to make the effort. And sincerity becomes successful when you're fully attentive to the activities. Isha, I-S-A. It's a little formula created society in relationship to the chanting of the holy name, but it can be applied to all activities also. Intention. Why are you doing what you're doing? What is your intention? All right, now I know why I'm doing it. And then you give it all you have. You become sincere. You try your best. You use your intelligence. You use your resources. And then, along with that, you have to apply attention. You have to be fixed on what you're doing, not just doing it and then thinking of something else while you're doing what you're doing. Stay one-pointed when your activities are being done.
Hmm. So where would team building come in this?
Sorry, I was teaching archery to the three Yudhisthira, Bhima, and Arjun. He put a clay duck bird up in a tree, and then he drew a circle at the base of the tree. And he called Yudhisthira up.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, sorry.
The sky, yes. He said,
Sorry.
sit down. He said, sit down. Do you see the tree? Do you see the bird in the tree? Yes. Do you see the sky? Yes. Do you see the tree? Yes. And he said, you're not, sit down. He did that with Bhima. Bhima, same thing. Stand in a circle, look up in the tree. What do you see? Do you see the tree? Yes. Do you see the bird? Yes. Do you see the sky? Yes. Sit down. And then he called Arjuna, his best student, and told him to stand in a circle, look up in the tree. Do you see the bird? No. Do you see the tree? No. Do you see the sky? No. What do you see? I simply see the eye of the bird. And he said, shoot. One pointed in activities. Our mind won't let us do that. Our minds are always jumping there. It's called monkey mind. You know what monkey mind is? You ever seen monkeys? They can't sit still for a minute. Jumping here, jumping there, jumping this way, jumping that way. They look at you, they make faces, then they run, they try to harass you in different ways, then they run up in a tree and they pass urine. And they do everything. They can't stop doing something. That's a monkey. So our minds are like monkeys. So catch that monkey and focus him. Change him from a monkey into a dolphin.
Guru Maharaj, may I ask a follow-up question?
Did you get that one? Monkey, Mrs. Monkey?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the point about the monkey mind?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah. See, you're already jumping to the next question, monkey mind.
Mm. Okay, I'll just meditate on this and then maybe I'll have some insights and won't need to ask again and again same things.
If the question is related to my answer, then that's good. But if it's a different question, then
No, it's related, Guru Maharaj. I'm trying to understand in this sequence, where would team building come? Would it be under intention, where we share our desires to do a particular service and we try to build up a team for that?
it's just another way of doing activity. That's all.
Okay.
Same thing. Building up a team means you have to understand what you need to do in order to build up a team. Who are you going to include on the team? What is going to be the role of each person on the team? how to bring the team to understand what is the goal and the facilities you need to work with. All of this is part of team building. When you're doing it yourself, it's the same thing, but it's more streamlined, less things to worry about.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
So, Hare Krishna Maharaj, I think one thing I would like to mention, Maharaj, that I'm not sure whether you were able to hear. It looks like something not correct today. Your voice was breaking many times, Maharaj, just for the future in terms of this speaker.
Hare Krishna.
Can you hear? Can devotee
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, the internet connection is cutting out. It just cut out for about 3 or 4 seconds.
So Maharaj, I was saying like the speaker quality, like this connection of this audio was also not correct today. Like looks like something breaking on and off again and again very frequently.
I was told that there's something on the Zoom to connect this speaker to the Zoom activities, but I don't see anything that I have to do. I can't see any kind of connection here, unless you know.
No, there is
The settings,
an audio setting in
yeah, on the Zoom. If you
Yes.
if you go on the settings, there is the audio setting.
Where's settings? I don't see a settings. Anywhere. Where's the feature of settings? I don't see it anywhere.
Above the camera, if you push the button, the how to say, the pointed button above the camera, there
Where's
is a list of settings.
Where's the camera? I don't see any camera either. All I can see is you guys. That's all I can see. Custom live streaming service, is that it? No.
no, that's only for just broadcasting, Maharaj.
Gurumaj,
going-
is on the bottom shelf of like bottom of the whole screen? Can you see the headphone sign?
No, there's no headphone sign on my screen.
Guru
Is there-
Maharaj, can you see the video camera? Just
Oh.
next to where you have the microphone, there's a video camera icon. Do you see that?
Hmm.
Video camera. I see record, raised hands, app, share screen, chat, participants. That's all I see.
So
Extreme left, you will see a microphone which you mute whenever you don't want to hear. And
So
next
there's
to
a
that, you
mute.
will see a video when you want to turn off your video. Do you see a little video icon there?
Okay,
Video
select
camera.
the microphone.
So in
Switch
the
to audio
microphone
to phone
arrow,
audio.
yeah, there's
No.
even so
Okay, well, it says select the speaker, and I did. And it says that I'm selecting the right speaker. And to select the microphone, it's right. Select the speaker, it's right. And then test speaker and microphone.
Please forgive. It might be above the computer where it says about Bluetooth or something like that.
No, there's nothing up there. It just says view, the different views you can bring in.
No, that's
I
different thing. Mataji you're talking about. That's the actual computer, but this is what Guru Maharaj is doing the right thing in the Zoom. So
well,
it may not be
it's-
speakers. It may be the internet. Guru Maharaj could be only the internet problem.
good. My internet is generally always good.
Mm.
Okay, actually, on a speaker select, it has selected my external speaker. It's connected. The microphone's connected right. The speaker's connected right. It's all connected nicely.
I think, oh, I can't show here now. It's showing here, Maharaj, like when you see here, audio setting.
Where?
In the
Yeah.
mute.
You can see that. You can see
Can you
this.
see this?
Can you see this?
Can you see audio setting, anybody?
No.
Oh, you can't see, okay.
I see it now. It says audio. Yeah, it was just up that minute. It jumped down. Bring it back up again. Okay, there's audio setting, microphone. Yeah.
So this
Okay.
is the one, I think, maybe.
Yeah, let me see here.
Like it's in Zoom, optimized audio, speakers here, test speakers. Which speaker you would like to connect?
Yeah.
I think clicking on Zoom optimized audio, that is not clicked.
Where?
Zoom optimized, that's the one, yes.
Zoom optimized. Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's already on. Audio, low, medium, high, background speech, computer speech, audio. Automatically adjust noise suppression. Recommended for most. Yeah, that's already connected. Okay. I think it might be the internet. That's all.
Yes.
Maharaj, I actually think it's the device, the speaker device, because when you disconnect it, we don't seem to have any problems.
Yeah, when I disconnected it, there's no problem.
Yeah. I just
And
think it's not.
And I'm following all the rules of the speaker, according to Shamlao, who instructed me for 20 minutes yesterday, and still nothing has changed.
Surprisingly, Guru Maharaj, now, after when you were setting up, there was no disconnection of your voice. It was all proper.
I guess people don't want to hear philosophy, so it disconnects. And then when I talk mundane, it connects. Okay. Okay, any more questions?
So we don't have any questions, Maharaj, as of now. We are already 5 minutes over the time.
All
So Hare
right.
Krishna, dear devotee, any last questions from anybody?
Can I just comment?
Yes,
This
Rupesh Prabhu, please.
morning's class at the manor was given by Janananda Maharaj, and he spoke about the early days of a manor, and it's the most hilarious, funny class you'll ever hear. So if anybody wants to have a enlightening time, please watch the class.
I saw it. It was wonderful. It was so many memories. It was beautiful. Yes, I saw it too. It was very nice.
Good. How do we get that?
It's on YouTube on the Bhaktivedanta Manor stream. I'll send it to Sri Devi Mataji. Maybe she could forward it on.
Yeah, please, I was just going to ask that. Please do forward that link.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Little bit of going to the past.
Yes, so thanks, Maharaj. Thank you very much for all the nice wisdom today. Thank you, devotee, for joining today, for your valuable time. We will close the call now. Srila Prabhupada ki jai and Vrind ki jai.
Okay.
Samaveta Bhaktivinda ki jai.